lied to us, Freeling. Now get down here.
We'll take the feed back.
You're not going to stop me. If I have to, I will.
Be careful, Crane, will you?
Well, are you going to shoot all of us?
Hope you know what you're doing, son.
Each other and living with pride, trying to make a stand in the mother-loaded California with its mountains tall and grand. 7 brothers, bold and strong, living in the promised land, working hard every day in the blazing sun on the open land, dreaming visions at night of the life they've planned. 7 brothers, bold and strong, living in the promised land.
Why we need a shed and a barn, I don't know.
Because we don't have a barn, Jeffrey. We have a museum full of old junk that your brothers refuse to throw away. So we're gonna clean it out and we're gonna make room.
For new junk. Excuse me.
Ford's gonna take out all his old swings and his baseball stuff.
And Guthrie's going to move his tricycle.
Brian's go-kart that never worked.
Or what about your sleeping bag that never got washed?
See why we need a shed?
Well, watch it. This thing's going. Look out! Hey, Evan, you all right? Evan, you all right?
Evan, you could have been killed.
Not Evan.
What a mess.
What are the drawings for this thing? Where's the cement foundation we should have used? Just for once. To see us do something right around here for a change. Rather than going running off half-cocked like we always do. You're right.
He is right.
So if you're so right, how come you're such a mess?
Hey, Daniel! Hey, wait a minute! Coming with you.
I'm waiting, Crane.
Where to, Crane? I'm meeting Dewey over at the warehouse. Hey, wait a minute. Hold it right there.
What?
Now, you know how we feel about that co-op business.
Come on, the cattle feed co-op is a good idea. Dewey, Bill, Jane, they all agree with me. We're gonna try and make it work.
And what if we decide not to join?
Then we'll miss out. It's just like the shed. Adam, we've got to start planning in advance. We have a chance here at buying more cattle feed for less money and having it waiting for us in storage anytime we need it.
Hey, let's go. Some of us are late.
For what?
For Allison Freeling, of course.
Thank you, Ford.
You're welcome.
Crane.
Hey, nothing's been decided. We'll talk about it tonight, okay?
Well, wait till you see her, partner.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi.
I'll just be a minute, okay?
Okay. Oh, where's your dad?
Oh, he's in his office. I'll go get him.
Oh, Alice, this is my brother Crane.
Hi, Crane!
Hi.
So much for formal introduction.
Great! Hey, Dewey! Have you talked to him? No, not yet. Hello, Daniel.
Hey, dude.
Well, the rancher's cooperative. We're working on it. Hi, Mr. Freeman. I see my daughter's met some of your family.
Only the bad elements.
Go on, have some fun. Somebody ought to.
I'll pick you up at town, Crane.
So, what can I do for you?
Dewey and us, and Mr. Corsini and Jane Sutter all feel that if we buy our cattle feed together, that we'll do a lot better. So what we need from you is space for about 300 tons.
Well, I think we can work that out.
That's terrific.
For Crane, we never bought this much before. It's twice what we need.
We've been through this already. If there's anything left over, all we do is sell it off, which might even help pay for our share.
In the meantime, what money do we use to pay for this?
Take out a loan. The bank gives good rates on co-op deals.
With what collateral? We put up the house on the new cattle.
Put up some of the land.
Actually, very simple, fellas. Every winter, it's the same story. We never have enough money for our cattle feed. This year, the co-op can buy it all in advance at a lower rate. We might even make a profit.
So what can be wrong with that, huh? It's not like we've never borrowed money before.
Well, we sent him to college. We might as well respect his judgment.
Might as well.
Sorry, guys. You convinced me.
I thought all he studied up there was protests and group therapy.
Ladies and gentlemen, 300 tons of feed! Isn't that beautiful?
Well, if this whole thing falls through, at least none of us are gonna go hungry.
Want a bet? Come on, let's celebrate. Crane's buying.
Great! Might owe you an apology.
Mine.
Give me a hint.
Seems your feed's gone up 11% in 2 weeks. In fact, we had 3 calls this morning about buying some of ours.
Really?
It's remotely possible we'll break even.
Well, next time we're in town, let's pick up a month's supply.
Do it.
Hey, where's my apology?
Don't hold your breath.
Premises closed under bankruptcy, no admittance. What does this mean?
Means they went broke. They're out of business.
Yeah, but our feed's in there. We have to get it out.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Everything in here is under federal confiscation. You can't take anything out of here.
Maybe you didn't hear him. He said our feed is in there. And we got the receipts. It's just being stored here.
I heard what he said, and I'm telling you, everything in here is being held by the government. Now, I don't care how many bills of sale you have. It doesn't make any difference, see? Because it's not your feed anymore.
You can't just take people's property.
We're executing a court order, okay? Now, I'd suggest if you've got a problem or a complaint that you go see Judge David Carlson.
No, we don't have to see a judge or anybody else. That's our feed in there.
Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing more I can do about it.
What do you mean there's nothing
Come on,
more you
Crane,
can
let's
do
go
about
see
it?
the judge. This isn't helping any. Come on.
Come in. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Sir, the Freeling warehouse has been locked up, and we have our cattle feed in there. We need to get it out.
I'm afraid that it has been impounded by the court.
Okay, when can we get it out?
Well, gentlemen, with a bankruptcy, there is a breathing period that's imposed to allow time to discover which of the creditors has priority.
No, sir. We've just been storing our feed there.
Everything that is in the building belongs to the building.
That's our feed.
Excuse me. What happens to the contents of that building?
Well, eventually it's sold off to pay the creditors.
And we don't get anything?
Sir, this isn't making any sense. I mean, if a blacksmith goes broke, do you sell off the horses he's shoeing?
Gentlemen, with a bankruptcy, everybody loses. There's no malice towards you here. What you need is a good lawyer. Perhaps you can make a settlement. And while you're at it, I think you ought to ask Mr. Freeling why he didn't warn you that this was coming. He's known about it for a long time.
That's how I get it out. Hold on, Will. Let me through. I'm a friend. Come on down. Wilson, it's all right.
Thanks, sir.
Allison, it's Daniel. Let us in. We just want to talk.
We gotta talk to your father, Allison.
It's all right, Rose. Yeah, well, he's not here.
Yes, he is. I can see him upstairs.
Come on down here, Jim. We all want to talk to you.
Please, just leave him alone.
Elijah's Freeling, now get down here.
Look, he has suffered enough.
Allison, he took our grain.
He did not take your grain. He has never taken anything. Now, please, just leave him alone.
How can we leave him alone? What do we have? We haven't anything left.
Look, Allison, I'm real sorry about everything that's happened here, but we're ruined without that grain.
Don't you even understand? We're ruined anyway. There's nothing to give back. Now, will you please just go away?
Allison, please.
No. Ask him, Crane. When this was your idea, to ask him why he didn't tell us.
How are we going to have any money, so what are we going to do?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You mean we still have to pay this loan even though there's no fee? That's not right. The laws aren't supposed to hurt innocent people.
Thanks for the civics lesson. Why don't we ask Crane what to do?
Brian?
No, this was his idea. This isn't economics class, Crane. It's real life. Just in case you didn't know.
Leave him alone, Brian.
Don't say that to me.
Real thoughtful.
Nice one, Brian.
Some people think I'm the quarrelsome kind, self-righteous and stubborn and narrow of mind. And if it's all true, still it's not foolish pride. It's the still small voice that is always my guide. Deep inside, I steer by the truth that lies hidden deep inside. Yeah, I'm sorry too,
Hey, Alice.
Can I talk to you for a second? I didn't really think I'd be this nervous talking to you today. So we still friends?
Allison, how come you didn't tell me?
That my father was going broke? Daniel, I didn't even know.
I know your first loyalty is to your dad. But this has been going on for 2 months now. We know that.
Daniel, he never tells me anything about his business,
Allison,
even when I work there.
We're going broke because your father lied to us.
Daniel!
You couldn't see anything was going wrong?
Yes, but can't you see that things are going wrong at your ranch? Things are going wrong all over, but that doesn't always mean bankruptcy.
We'll admit it this time.
You know, Daniel, my father came home yesterday and just sat in his room by himself. And it really scares me. So, you know, you're not the only one who's in trouble.
No. There's quite a few of us.
You know, I was really hoping that I'd see you today. I wanted to apologize, and I thought maybe we could still be friends. But I guess there's not much chance of that now, is there?
You're right, Frank. It's our property. It's my property these men are confiscating, and I think we ought to go to Sacramento.
Washington!
Or the moon. I don't really care. I just want my property back.
I mean, my property back.
Me too. So we gotta face it. Now, these bureaucrats, they don't care one way or the other for us. It's time we banded together.
Bill, you couldn't get 4 ranches to sit on the same end of Murphy's bar.
Come on, Frank, that's no help at all. You keep saying that sort of thing. Look, the time for action is right now.
He's right. And we'll take the feed back.
What?
Oh, no.
We'll take it back.
Can we do that?
It's our feed.
Well, listen, if you have some kind of a plan, Crane, let's hear it, huh?
All right. I just say that we take our trucks and meet at the warehouse at noon.
There's marshals there, Crane. Armed. Guns.
Brian, they can't shoot all 50 of us. I think your brother's got a good idea.
Like I say, we'll just meet there at noon and go as peacefully as we can.
You hear that?
All right. Noon tomorrow.
I'm going with you.
Nobody's going. Sit down.
You're not gonna stop me.
If I have to, I will.
Look, I got us into this thing. I can get us out of it.
I'm the impulsive type. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, hold it right there, mister. What you are doing is working at getting yourself thrown in jail.
Would you rather we went broke?
Yes, if that's the choice. Crane, getting yourself arrested isn't going to help anybody.
Let's do it already.
Come on, hold it! You guys aren't going anywhere. This yelling isn't helping the situation or Crane. Look, you're getting in deep, Crane. Over our heads and over yours, too. I think if we just work together on this thing, we'll figure a way out.
Hey, Crane, if you do this, you're not going alone. We're still a family.
That doesn't make it right. You got that?
What are you doing?
I know where you're sneaking off to.
Get out of there.
What if you need help?
Out!
I thought we're on the same side.
Hey, don't tell anybody where I'm going.
Don't tell anybody you're alive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't even mention it.
I won't.
Hey,
What?
thanks.
Be careful, Crane, will ya?
What's going on here? We're just ranchers. We're here to get our property back.
Well, I'm afraid that's impossible, son.
We don't mean any harm.
Well, that's not what it looks like from here. Now, folks, these premises are closed. Now, please, go home. Don't get yourselves in a bunch of trouble.
We're just here for what's ours.
We're here to stop trespassers. Now, that's what we're going to have to do.
What are you going to do, Marshal? Are you going to shoot all of us, all 30 of us here, huh? I mean, why don't you use that stick? Yeah, that'd be real nice since all of us are unarmed. That'd be good.
Give us back our grade.
What are we here for?
Gotta get him out of there.
Back off. This is the last warning.
And then what?
Everybody back! Bill?
Crane, we didn't come here to talk to these people.
Sir, we're just getting back what's rightfully ours. We're not stealing. That's our life in there. Everything we've worked for, we can't let that go.
Listen, if you need to arrest somebody, arrest me. Crane McFadden, Circle Bar 7 Ranch. But I don't think you want to shed blood over a few pounds of grain. Let's go, Bill.
I hope you know what you're doing, son.
You did it, Adam.
Real good. You went without us. It's the only thing to do.
Well, how could you do that?
I didn't want to drag you into it.
What do you mean, drag us into it? We're your family. We would have backed you up.
We would have been there. All of it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have wanted to be, don't you see? I couldn't force this on you. I had to do it myself.
We got all 300 tons of that cattle feed. I mean, you can pick up your 30-ton anytime you want.
Wait, what about the marshal? You just walked in?
Civilized, for the most part, I guess. But your fist got a little out of hand.
Crane did it now. He's the one that got us in there.
Yeah.
You all right?
A little shaky.
Why don't you go on in? We seem to have a bit of a celebration on our hands here. Come on, I'll take care of this. How's it feel to be a hero?
Should be happy. I am happy. Hannah, I don't even like to get parking tickets.
Well, here's to Crane McFadden.
Hey, Crane.
Evening, Will. What can we do for you?
Adam, these are two federal marshals. They have a warrant for Crane's arrest. Come on, folks, come on. They're just doing a job.
Hey, you're not taking them.
Will, he didn't do anything wrong.
Hi, Will. How you doing?
All right, Crane. Sorry about this.
Told them they could arrest me.
No, wait.
Hey, I'll be all right. I'll be all right. So you're taking me up on my offer, huh?
Mr. McFadden, I honestly wish I had a choice.
You're not taking him.
Come here.
A lot of folks think you did the right thing today.
So why am I here?
I guess we're not the right folks. Company, Emil. Emil tried to sleep it off in the mayor's car.
I admire what you did today. I'd be honored to represent you if you need me. Just for the fun of it now. The money's not important.
Oh, no, we'd find a way of paying you. I appreciate that a lot. I could use all the help I can get right now. Not exactly the outlaw type.
See you in court.
What kind of arraignment is this?
Arraignment. It's where they decide what to charge me.
Hi, Miss Peterson.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. Come on, guys.
Hey, Daniel! Hi, everybody.
Allison, what are you doing here?
I just heard about Crane, and I just wanted to show him that I care.
Well, Allison, I don't think Crane needs your support. I mean, look, your father's caused my family a lot of grief. Maybe the best thing is you just stay away. Come on.
Now, I am not my father, and I did not lie to you. I mean, I see all the hurt that he's caused, but yet all I see is a man who struggled for so many years, and who cared so much, who just had a weak moment. Look, you can hate him if you want to, but just please believe me that I did not lie. And his weaknesses are not mine. Because, Daniel, I am too young to call myself a failure.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may be seated, Mr. McFadden. You understand that this is not a trial. It's a preliminary hearing to ascertain the charges against you, so you are under no obligation to testify. However, if If you do testify, please remember that you are under oath.
I understand.
You may go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McFadden, you have signed a statement admitting that you broke into the Freeling Storage Company on the 23rd in order to remove 300 tons of cattle feed.
Yes.
Knowing full well that that property had been sealed by court order.
Yes.
Your Honor, the prosecution will show that this was a willful and calculated act.
If we didn't get that feedback, we'd be bankrupt just like Mr. Freeling.
Mr. McFadden, your claim to that cattle feed had not been settled yet.
Excuse me, sir. Could I make a short statement here?
Go ahead.
Okay, sir, we were just good citizens protesting a law that I think got twisted up in itself when no one was looking. I mean, I knew it was illegal to take the feed, but what do you do when suddenly what's right and what's legal become different things? Now, I always thought in this country...
Your Honor, I don't think the court needs to hear a lecture.
Look, mister, I don't know what your problem is.
Your Honor, I object. I believe that Mr. McFadden's statement is out of order.
Your Honor, I think we should hear what Mr. McFadden has to say.
Go ahead, Mr. McFadden.
What I was trying to say is that I've always thought that in this country, we believed in the conscience of the individual, that laws were meant to serve people, not hold them down. Your Honor, that was our cattle feed. Bill of sales, bankruptcy laws, that's all a bunch of red tape. That was our feed, sir.
Your Honor, apparently the defendant is making a virtue out of a theft.
Mr. McFadden, laws do more than serve people. They make it possible for us to live in something other than a state of anarchy. Now, in this country, we believe that people have the right to change laws they disapprove of, but not disobey them. There's a world of difference between the two. Proceed, please.
Mr. McFadden, who was with you when you broke into the warehouse?
I don't really see how that's important. I took responsibility.
Well, we'll let the court determine what's important. Now, you have admitted to a serious felony in the presence of accomplices. Now, who were they?
Your Honor, do I have to answer that question?
You have already admitted participating in the crime. I'm afraid that waives your rights against self-incrimination. Yes, you must answer the question.
All right. I repeat, Mr. McFadden, who was with you?
Your Honor, respectfully, I cannot answer that question. I told the marshals it would be my responsibility.
Your Honor, a word with my client.
Your Honor, he is refusing a direct question.
He won't if I talk with him.
Your Honor, I insist that he answer the question or that he be punished to the full extent of the law.
Mr. Berglund, sit down. Mr. Schiller, he either answers or he is in contempt.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McFadden, who was with you?
I'm sorry.
Mr. McFadden, my patience is growing thin.
Your Honor, I can't answer the question.
The defendant is in contempt of court. This hearing will reconvene Monday at 3 p.m. Until that time, Mr. McFadden, you will remain in the county jail without bond. And if on Monday you again refuse to name your accomplices, you will remain in jail indefinitely until you do. In this court, the rule of law will be respected.
Hi, Crane.
Crane. Well, how is it?
Well, there aren't any chores.
I baked you cookies.
Cookies? Right. How'd you fit the saw into these?
We miss you, Crane.
Yeah, I miss you guys, too.
You don't have to stay here, you know. Nobody's asking you to go this thing alone.
Well, why's he got to tell the judge anyway? The marshals are there. They saw those people. They can identify them.
Because the prosecutor wants to nail him. But they don't want any heroes.
Hey, I'm in this, all right? I thought it was the right thing to do. I'm not sure anymore, but I took responsibility for this thing, so let's not make it any harder, all right?
Adam.
There's something wrong here. Something real wrong. I'm supposed to take care of this family, and look at us.
Honey, it's not your fault.
I've let myself be pushed and pulled by this thing since it started. Why did I let him buy all that grain in the first place?
Because it was the right thing to do.
But this is right?
Look, nobody could have predicted this would happen.
You know, one thing for sure, I never should have let him take it back.
You can't let him do anything. Crane is a grown man. He's not your little brother anymore. He makes his own decisions.
And look at the mess we're in.
You'll find a way out.
How do you know that?
Because I have faith in you. And Brian and Crane. And me too. Look, as long as we're together, nobody can hurt us.
What would I do without you?
I'd prefer you don't find out.
I don't know, honey. I just keep thinking there's got to be something else we can do to help. Something.
Hi. I was just driving by and I wanted to see how you are, Allison. Come here. Just come here. Come here. Look, Allison, I want to apologize for being a total jerk, okay? I was mad and I took it out on you and you were hurting. It wasn't fair. Allison, I don't want anything to happen to us. I really care for you. So you just forgive me, okay?
Your Honor, since this is a hearing and not a trial, the defense would like to make an unusual request.
Your Honor, the prosecution is not finished with its presentation.
What is the request?
Your Honor, the defendant's brother, Adam McFadden, has a petition that he would like to read to the court.
Well, can it simply be entered into the record?
Your Honor, this petition has been signed by virtually every citizen of this town.
Hardly see how that's relevant.
Read the petition. Let the record show that Adam McFadden read the following petition.
We, the undersigned, request the immediate release of Crane McFadden. He is of good character and a whole lot of other things. Your Honor, I can't read this thing. If you want to understand what my brother did, you'd have to, well, walk in his shoes. You see, the co-op was his idea. When all that feed got locked up, well, he saw an awful lot of folks suffer. And he felt responsible. Because he sort of talked us all into it. But you see, that's the thing about Crane. He just, well, he cares so darn much about things. He takes them to heart. He takes responsibility. Now, it seems to me you don't punish somebody for that. You respect it. Your Honor, there are 567 signatures on this petition here. We would have had more, but we only had this morning.
Well, I certainly wish I had your friends, Mr. McFadden. Let me say that I am not unsympathetic to the predicament of the defendant. However, there are larger issues at stake here. Taking something by force, even though you believe it to be yours, is still a crime. Due process of law. Now that is the thing that separates us from the time when disputes were settled with Winchesters and Colts. Mr. Crane McFadden, by refusing to answer a direct question under oath, is in contempt of court. He's in contempt of the very due process of which we speak. Now, if his integrity is so unquestioned, perhaps he will find the courage to carry out the oath that he swore. Mr. Berglund?
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. Well, Mr. McFadden, here we are, right back where we started. Who were your accomplices at the break-in at the Freeling Storage Company?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I was.
So was I.
Well, you probably think that I can't arrest all of you. You're probably right. The deposition mentions 30 accomplices. There must be twice that number standing now. Mr. McFadden, make life easy for all of us. Are your accomplices standing in front of you now?
For the most part.
Good. You are no longer in contempt of court. Mr. Berglund, considering the circumstances, is there any way that we can get this over with today?
May I have a word with defense counsel, Your Honor?
You go right ahead.
Willingly drop the felony charges and reduce it as misdemeanor.
Your Honor, defense counsel and I agree to a charge of trespass with a recommendation of no more than 90 days imprisonment.
Mr. McFadden, the charge is misdemeanor trespass. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
For the crime of trespass, I sentence you to the jurisdiction of the Carbon County Courthouse for a term of... I think this has gone far enough. For a term of 5 days already served. Plus 3 months probation and 30 hours of county public service. You can go home, sir.
Having a